ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां व्यासशङ्करमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रुतिमात्रे नमः। समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री वेदव्यास महर्षिये नमः। ओम वैशंपायन ऋषिये नमः। ओम याज्ञवल्क्य ऋषिये नमः। ओम श्री आदिशंकर सद्गुरवे नमः। समस्त गुरुभ्यो नमः। समस्त गुरुभ्यां देवतानां परब्रह्मणः श्रुतिमातो अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव सिद्ध्यर्थं सनातन धर्म से वैदिक संस्कृते विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं समस्त सनातन धर्म भक्त श्री देवी सूक्त पारायणं तैत्तिरीय उपनिषदः आद्यशंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। पारायणं with all devotion and this Devi Suktam. You find it even in Durga Saptashti Patha. This one, of course, without swaras, in a just the gentle flow. Invoking Mother today Friday also with the devotion, requesting her to bless us with the capacity to have this Brahma Vidya, Atma Vidya understood, practiced and experienced without any delay. ओम अथ देवी सूक्तम् ओम अहं रुद्रेभिर्वसुभिश्चराम्यहमादित्यै ऋतविश्वदेवैः अहं मित्रावरुणो भा बिभर्म्यहमिन्द्राग्नि अहमश्विनो भा अहं सोममाहनसं बिभर्म्यहं त्वष्टारमुत भूषणं भगम् अहं ददामि द्रविणकम् हविष्मते नाम चिकितुषे प्रथमजा यज्ञियानाम ताम्मा देवा व्यददु पुरुत्रा भूरिस्तात्रां भूर्या वेशयन्तेम मयासो अन्नमत्तियो विपश्यति यः प्राणिति य इं शृणोत्युक्तम् अमन्त भोमान्त उपक्षियन्ति श्रुतिश्रुतं श्रद्धिवम् ते वदामि अहमेव स्वयमिदं वदामि जुष्टं देवेभिरुतमानुषेभिः यं कामयेतन्तमुग्रं कृणोमि तं ब्रह्माणं तं ऋषिं तं सुमेधाम अहं रुद्राय धनुरातनोमि ब्रह्मद्विशेषरवेहं तवाओ अहञ्जनाय समदं कृणोम्यहं द्यावा पृथिवी आविवेश अहं सुवे पितरमस्य मूर्धन् मम योनिरप्स्व अन्तः समुद्रे ततो वितिष्ठे भुवनानुविश्वो तामूं द्यां वर्ष्मणोपस्पृशामि अहमेव वात इव प्रवाम्यारभमाण भुवनानि विश्वा परो दिवा पर एना पृथिव्यै तावती महिना संबभूव ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदांतर्गत तैत्तिरीयारण्यकांतर्गत तैत्तिरीय शाखांतर्गत तैत्तिरीय उपनिषद ॐ यस्मात् जातं जगत्सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रलीयते येनेदं धार्यते चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः। यैरिमे गुरुवे पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। तैत्तिरीयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादतः विस्पष्टार्थरुचीनां हि व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते। ॐ अथ शान्तिमन्त्रः। ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः। नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मावादिशं ऋतमवादिशं सत्यमवादिशं तन्मामावेत् तद्वक्तारमावेत् आवेन्माम् आवेद्वक्तारम्। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ अथ द्वितीया ब्रह्मानन्दवल्ली शान्तिमन्त्रः। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ अथ द्वितीयोऽनुवाकः। ॐ अन्नाद्वै प्रजाः प्रजायन्ते याः काश्च पृथिवीगश्रिताः अथो अन्नेनैव जीवन्ते अथैनदपि यन्त्यन्तदः अन्नगं हि भूतानां ज्येष्ठं तस्मात् सर्वौषधमुच्यते सर्वं वै तेन्नमाप्नुवन्ते येन्नं ब्रह्मोपासते अन्नगं हि भूतानां ज्येष्ठं तस्मात् सर्वौषधमुच्यते अन्नात् भूतानि जायन्ते जातान्यन्नेन वर्धन्ते अद्यतेत्ति च भूतानि तस्मादन्नं तदुच्यत इति तस्माद्वा एतस्मादन्नरसमयात् अन्योन्तर आत्मा प्राणमयः तेनैष पूर्णः स वा एष पुरुषविद एव तस्य पुरुषविदताम् अन्वयं पुरुषविदः तस्य प्राण एव शिरः व्यानो दक्षिणः पक्षः अपान उत्तरः पक्षः आकाश आत्मा पृथिवी पुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा तदप्येष श्लोको भवति। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। Salutations to Parabrahma Tattva Shruti Mata, all our Brahma Vidya Acharyas, Rishi Muni Guru. Special salutations to Veda Vyasa Vaishampayana, Yagnivalkya, Adya Shankara and our Gurus. It is so vivid and clear for us to know that to study the Vedanta, how subtle, sublime inner equipment is required, which we a part of it have when we are in the class. Therefore, at least the listening we are able to do. The most important equipment of antakarana, and that antakarana while transacting in the world, how carefully, consciously we have to be to protect it so that it remains intact in its all abilities, capacities of not only listening in the class, but also when we are independently studying, not only studying, but when we are trying to understand it on the seat of contemplation. In and through all this process, what is the only instrument which is helpful for us or given to us is our own antakarana. And in this Kali Yuga of ours, extrovertedness and the outer world, our antakarana, if it is not consciously protected by us, will be so much spoiled with all the distractions, all the weaknesses. The distracted mind, that weak mind, that energy mind, mind means antakarana. How can it be useful for? Forget about the deep Vedanta Vichara. Even to do the simple sadhanas of steadily doing the parayanam of one stotra, even doing the japa of one mala of one any of the name of God. This we have to as early as possible recognize that unless our antakarana is all the time monitored and protected from getting influenced by outer or inner world for its distraction or weakness, we have to protect it. So instead of distraction, it should be always in our control. In the weakness, it should have always the sufficient stamina and strength, so that we are applying that antakarana in trying to understand what is said in these mantras or through these classes or in these shastras, Upanishads, etc. So too, even in other activities also, it is the mind. That's why the Lord gave us the study of the Yoga Darshana Shastra, in which we are told about importance of antakarana, chitta, its vrittis, and the quietening of those vrittis called nirodha. And we really feel pity for the people of Kali Yuga, in which I am also included, that even little bit we go into the world for any small little work, how much of the tiredness comes to the mind, how much of distraction comes to the mind, even once we go. And you all people, every day you have to meet the people, you have to do so many things, visit so many places, and with so much of tensions, anxieties, wants, want to fulfill some desire or accomplish some work. All of that is done with the chitta only. And all that when it is done with chitta, chitta gets mutilated so much. That same chitta now we have to bring for our adhyatmic Shravana Manana sadhana. See, we are in the Kali Yuga lost because of this biggest of the problem. And it is common to all this problem. Everyone will have to find their own personal solution. And that's why only when it is required we go out. And when we go out, we go with the complete shield. That I'm going out only for my this obligation duty. I'm not going to involve in anything or being or situation beyond this. Basically, I am adhyatmic sadhaka. Sadhana is done by my antakarana. This antakarana I have to use while transacting in the world because there is no other way. Yet, I will use it in so careful manner that it is not disturbed, distracted, weakened, influenced by any vyavahara which I am necessarily to do, inevitably to do. In this preparation, every time when we need to go out, we go and protect our antakarana, then we can come back and do our study. We ourselves anyway should not go anywhere other than our own adhyatmic sadhana. After that, even after that, when there are obligations, how we have to protect our mind. So too, whenever the world is influencing us with for various reasons called prarabdha, etc. At that time also, we have to mind our mind not to get distracted in such a way that we are not able to do our sadhana. That's why the yama niyama sadhana. Yama sadhana is that by which we don't allow the outer world to influence our antakarana. Niyama sadhana is that by which we maintain our own mind in a balanced mood by our own life of self accepted self discipline. In this way, by becoming careful about our mind, all the time protecting it to be in sattva guna, protecting it to be in full of energy and strength, along with a deep desire, relentless desire, which creates the sense of urgency for the Paramatma Anubhuti. When the combination of these two happen, Antakarana fully managed with its concentration and strength energy, then the deep inner desire that at any cost I have to go beyond Panchakosha, see the self, or at any cost I have to do all the Panchavrutti Nirodha and I have to have Swarupe Avasthanam, or with all Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Ityadi, devotional sadhanas, I will totally surrender my entire personality at the altar of the Lord. In this way, the one who becomes committed and continuously committed and expresses that commitment with the clear sadhanas, unambiguous sadhanas, thoroughly convinced after listening to Shastra, consulting the Guru, such person is assuredly, compulsorily, undoubtedly progressing in his self unfoldment or sadhana. So let us recognize it and let us be in those limits in our activities with which we are able to protect our own antakarana. More to say, even vyavahar may be eating etc. or other things also, only that much we have to do by which our mind is or whichever is required that much, and more than that mind is not disturbed because of them. Any other entertainments, they have to be slowly, steadily, and completely receding and getting eliminated from our life. Otherwise, that medhaya pihitaha, all that laukika prajna, also one side it becomes vasanas, other side it makes the antakarna so much agitated that we will not be able to steadily focus on the study of Shastra through that in the understanding of the self as well as understanding of sadhana and doing sadhana. ये सब नहीं हो पाते. That is why in all Bhakti Shastra, Vedanta Shastra, today we are going to see in which text? Hmm, in Ramayana, yes. अध्यात्म रामायण में हाँ all that said कि if you are a devotee all your karmendriya jnanendriya antakarana should be involved in that only. If you are a vedantin your intellect should wean away from mana indriyadi, it should always be only in the contemplative mode. How many times we have gone through that or studied that. In this process only the layers obstructing our vision of the self they go away. The saramsha of this today's introduction is we are in such an outer world. Where we go, the vibrations are so strong that they distract and weaken our antakarana. With that, we can't do our sadhana. Highest sadhana ki dur baat, even listening to the class also not possible. But you can't avoid going into the world. Therefore, keep such a protecting shield of your own knowledge or understanding that we go and come only to the work required and protect our mind, our energy. Everything is important. Energy चाहिए, concentration चाहिए, subtlety चाहिए. Then only even small little sadhanas also can be properly done. So this is the message for the day. And for that only we have to keep on praying to our Ishta Devata and Guru with faith that they are listening to our prayers and they are seeing our strong want or desire in that prayers, and they say tathastu, with which our antakaranas are always fully fit for in for this adhyatmika jivanam completely. A stage should come in our life that we have to go to a place, as it was said by Ramaji to Lakshmanaji, Vivikta Dehasya Sevitvam Aratirjana Samsa. Only when we go to the place where all seclusion is there, that to a great extent the distractions from the mind go away. See that Bharata's sadhana, he gave his kingdom to his children. He went to the forest only, he made an ashram. He was so wonderfully doing his tapasya, yoga sadhana of bringing mind to concentration and do meditation. One small deer was enough in the forest to distract him so much that he had to die and be born as deer only. That every of these stories of Bhagavata, the Puranas tell us these very sublime things. Even he has gone to Ekanta Sthala, but one object was enough for distracting him and waste one full life. Is it not? So we also have to understand the need of it. Before that, to become qualified for that. And only when Bhagwan blesses us, we get the opportunity to be in those places of deep meditation. Bhagwan's blessings come when we wherever we are placed, there itself, when we are all alone with ourselves, not lonely, all alone with ourselves, giving maximum time to our own sadhana. This sincerity when we express and prayer, seeing this Bhagavan, oh, he is very sincere doing sadhana, but he is placed in a surrounding which is disturbing him. Therefore, let me place him in such place that he will be not distracted by it. It is his kripa and karuna. He'll put us in more such type of conducive place where we can do sincerely, regularly, deeply sadhana, because sadhana is to be done for a long period of time. Whether it is yoga sadhana ka ho, bhakti sadhana ka ho, jnana sadhana ka ho. For the long, long time it has to be, we have to go on until we get rooted in it. And it's subjective. How many days I have to practice driving to become master? It is your subjective personality. Some are there 20 साल चलाते हैं फिर भी ठोकते जाते हैं. Some are there within 1 month, 2 months only. They can drive in the very hectic, busy cities also. You can't compare. So everyone has to look into himself. So how long it will take for me to be on these sadhanas steadily? It's all subjective. Don't ask about time. Keep on doing, keep on doing, keep on doing. When it will happen, it will happen. Like our job. How long we have to study our Upanishads? No question. Keep on studying till the thorough understanding of Brahma Tattva, its glory, and the sadhana to reach it is gained by us. Keep on studying, we will do. And why it's not immediately happening when we study one Upanishad? That's what our capacity. That's what our position of our life inner. That are the immaturities we are carrying with. Those equipments are neither pakka nor we have clear vision as to the human life is meant for spiritual sadhana. Therefore, in our life, thousands of other things also are in priority list. This is what this is immaturity, this is spiritual immaturity. That's what na samparaya pratibhati balam. That's why we are not able to fully give ourselves for the study. We are superficial. Therefore, the deep understanding, convincing understanding is not coming. Therefore, it is taking time. Good that we are not leaving. We are continuing. Those who have left, they have gone into samsara. More and more again world, there's no difference at all. It was as earlier, now also we will not leave. Our job is we go on persisting. Let Shruti Mata, the Parabrahma, the gurus bless us. Let them take as much time as they want, but bless us with the complete vision. This is our goal, this is our means. मॉर्निंग क्लास उपनिषद तो हम करते ही जाएंगे जब तक निश्चय ना बने हमारा. पूरे उपनिषद 10 पढ़ने का आदमी नहीं हुआ तो वी हैव 108 उपनिषद्स, वी विल स्टडी देम आल्सो. इवन देन नहीं हुआ, वी विल स्टार्ट अगेन फ्रॉम ईशावास, बिकॉज दिस इज ओनली आलंबन. प्लीज कैच दिस सीक्रेट for you and me who are so regular, sincere in our classes. Upanishad with Bhashyam is the only alambana to get full understanding and conviction of the ultimate goal of Parabrahma Prapti. In all other classes, so many other things also are added. They are all like Ramayana. The Rama story also is added, which has nothing to do for us. We have to discover ourselves and get liberated. In Bhagavata, again, so many questions are asked by Parikshit, which may not be our questions. You understand? In all the texts, दूसरे चीज भी added है. Upanishad में it's only Brahma Vidya, Atma Vidya, exclusively about our own bondage and liberation. This is the only आलम्बना. ये छोड़ दी, बाकी शास्त्र कितना भी पढ़ो, साधना डिले ही होगा. Because there our energies are distracted for many other things. But still we do that also, because only this we cannot do all the time. And without doing those things, our mind will again go back to the world. We have a clarity of why we are conducting so many classes. That clarity, Bhagavan Guru ki kripa. Is it not? Without doing something, we will do useless things. And the same Upanishad throughout the day you can't study. Therefore, what is that? Upanishads only in a lighter manner in the form of Purana, Itihasa we study. Thus, we are always kept in touch with truth in the morning very intensely, And as the day grows and progresses, that intensity will reduce because of our capacities get reduced, and so many other things start entering into our life as priority on daily basis. Like सुबह सुबह लंच का चिंता नहीं होता, निद्रा का चिंता नहीं होता, और घूमने का फिरने का चिंता नहीं होता, वो भी दोपहर स्टार्ट होते हैं, बट सुबह फ्रेश. तो उपनिषद. As the day progresses, other obligation, duties, works come. Therefore, those type of lighter texts. That's how a very systematic way our rishis, gurus have given. सुबह वेदांत पढ़ लो, फ्रेश माइंड, दिन में कर्मयोग करो, शाम को आकर भक्ति. In that way. By the way, we share. So the idea is what? Be aware of this fact that we are spending so many days, still the depth of understanding not coming. Know the reason for it, that the antakarana is not so effective. Also know the reason for that our antakarana, we are not recognizing the need of protecting it while using it for the interactions in the world. Then, first thing is Paramatma Prapti. Second thing is for that we have to do sadhana. Third thing is sadhana done by antakarana. Fourth is only when the antakarana is fully purified, concentrated, we can do. Fifth, therefore, we will not compromise with that our antakarana. Come what may. कुछ भी आए जाए, हम अपने अंतःकरण को साधना के ही लायक बनाकर या बनाकर रखेंगे. See that conviction. Did we get that conviction? Are we aware of that fact? That because of my interactions in the world, consumptions of things in the world, my antakarana is becoming ineffective for my main goal of spiritual sadhana. Did I recognize it? Then I become protective. So much protective. कहीं नहीं जाना, किसी से नहीं बात करना, कुछ भी नहीं करना, कुछ भी करो फंस जाएगा मन. फिर वो कचरे को निकालना पड़ता है. That protected अंतःकरण only can be applied ना. अब देखो मन को आंख बंद कर देखो, जस्ट भगवान राम जी का रूप ध्यान करो, होता ही नहीं. कहाँ है राम? See, we have, this is called spirituality. Spirituality means knowing my antakarana should be is unfit, knowing how to make it fit with the fit antakarana, knowing the self is called spirituality. And once the self is known, everything is mithya, unreal, only the whole world. उसका कोई टेंशन नहीं. But till we reach the test self, till we experience the self steadily, pakka we have to do it. Like a doctor, till the operation is done, how careful. Or anybody on any of the projects, they are in search of something, research of something, how fully focused they are. We have to be like that. So may our own efforts with our own sankalpa make our antakarana that way always fit, kept fit. Not once in a while. कभी कभार पुण्य से हो ही जाता है. But all the time we have to be aware of antakarana. All the time we have to do our best to maintain it in good mood, and as long as in good mood, use it for swadhyaya, manana, chintan. Throughout the day, और कुछ thought ही नहीं होना. पंचकोश viveka should go on. That is how we have to enter into that field of inquiry. Then only the clarity, etc., comes. So, having given this introduction, we are into the most useful, easiest, best of the topics and sadhanas for our own evolution. In this Taittiriya Upanishad, Dvitiya Brahmananda Valli, in the form of Panchakosha Vivek. Very famous topic, but very, very useful topic for our true, real spiritual sadhana, because the picture is very clear here, not ambiguous like any of the examples. And it is about our own selves. So spashta, as we have seen so far in our couple of classes, how crystal clearly the Shruti Mata explained, then Bhashyakara explained about this Annamaya Kosha, that Annamaya Kosha, the Annarasa with which the Annamaya made, and the Anna and its origin, either Prithvi or Brahma. If we can clearly again and again think about it, how clear the picture is for us. Is it not? We are very clear about Annamaya Kosha now. वो कैसा बन रहा है, कहाँ से बन रहा है, उसको कैसे क्यों किस तरह से आइडेंटिफाई करना है, किस काम के लिए. Annamaya kosha, are we daily contemplating on that? Every day we have to do this exercise. Still, the knowledge becomes firm that the Annamaya made from Annarasa, Annarasa came from Anna, Anna is from Brahma. Means on Brahman, these are all projected. Anna Brahma Upasana is to respect Anna. So that we have never dearth of the Anna for the maintenance of Annamaya kosha, so that our sadhana is not disturbed. That is the purpose of अन्नमय कोश और अन्न ब्रह्म उपासना. उसका वो खत्म हो गया. But otherwise, these annamaya kosha is taken by me as an atma out of my own moha, delusion. This is what we have to be very clear. And discussion we have already seen, anything known is not the self. Because self is a knower, the things are known. So the Annamaya is very clearly known to me, therefore it is not me. This process many times we have seen. But in this Upanishad, the other process is given. What the other process is given? Is this Annamaya alone is our Atma, or is there anything other than it inside it? That inquiry the rishis have done, they found it and they gave us. And that's what is the second kosha topic we started studying yesterday, day before yesterday. The topic started like what? Tasmadva etasmat annarasamayat anyaha antaraha atma. What is that? Pranamaya. Then tenaisha purnaha. Then sava esha purushavida eva. Then tasya purushavidatam. Then anvayam purushavidaha. We have studied that. Etasmat annarasamayat anyaha antaraha atma pranamaya. Anyaha other than the Annamaya kosha. Antaraha inside it is. Atma like the Pranamaya, Annamaya out of Aviveka Modata, that Pranamaya also is considered a Atma right now. You consider it, we will inquire it. As हमने आपको अन्नमय कोश से एनालाइज करा के छुड़वाया तादात्म्य, इससे हम छुड़ाएंगे intellectual knowledge. But we have to keep practicing this knowledge so vigorously that this becomes pakka in us. I am drashta of the Annamaya Kosha. I am not it. It is given to me to stay there as do sadhana as a jiva. These are the thoughts as many times as we entertain, then the deep rooted Aham Annamaya Osmi that goes away. Then Annamaya Kosha is not now the means of bhoga or the tamaguna. It is maintained for using for any sadhana outer required. Otherwise, बस ध्यान में बैठो, अन्नमय को पार करो, आगे बढ़ो. So tasmadva etasmad annarasamayat anyaha antaraha atma pranamayaha. All that we have explained yesterday. Then most important is what? Never ever forget. This pranamaya kosha is fully filling every nook and corner of annamaya kosha. Tena esha purnaha is very, very essential thought. तेन प्राणमयेन एषः अन्नरसमय अन्नमय पिण्डः पूर्णः. So my own sthula sharira, annarasamaya, annamaya, pinda, which is like a pakshi, the five limbs, is fully purna roop se parimeted by the prana shakti, prana vayu, prana, pranamaya kosha. This is there. You need not create anything. You only have to become aware of it. That will be proved in the Rigveda mantra. What we are studying now is the Yajurveda Brahmana. Yajurveda Brahmana is the Taittiriya Upanishad, which is their Yajurveda original. जो हमने पढ़ने को लिया वो. What we are studying is Taittiriya. Taittiriya is in Yajurveda. In the Yajurveda Taittiriya Upanishad, which we are studying, each of the kosha are explained. To substantiate it from the Rigveda, the mantras are given for giving us more details. So in this way, Rig Yajurvedas together we are studying, and completely we are understanding the each of the kosha with the help of both of them. One is telling the Sutra Vakya, another is giving the authority. Telling about each of the kosha, the Yajurvedam and Rigvedam is giving the authority for it in its details. Together with the Bhashyam, when we study, the picture is becoming clear to us about each of the kosha. And this exercise vigorously we have to keep on doing till the anatma bhava with the panchakoshas is developed. With that intellectual understanding on the seat of meditation, we slowly transcend from each of the kosha and reach to the all the last one, which is even beyond the Anandamaya, our own Brahma Swarupa. Remember, from the beginning till the end, the purpose of the Panchakosha Viveka is to discover the innermost Brahma, which is Atma, which is Pratyagatma. ये कभी नहीं भूलना, भूल गए तो सारा टॉपिक चौपट हो जाएगा. That was exhaustively said in the beginning only. The example is what? Aneka kosha vidruta vidushikaranena. Like the husk is covered, the grains are covered with so many layers of the husks or the covers, and through pounding, each of the layers are removed, and we go to the core of whatever we need, the rice, etc. Here also, the Parabrahma Paramatma is inside, covered by these pancha husks or the koshas. So we are studying, we are inquiring, we are meditating. These all the process are ones by which each of the kosha is removed and we reach to our own essential self. And this is very practical, very subjective. One can, although in the beginning days, थोड़ा सा वो मुश्किल होता है, you need to have Guru Krupa, Ishvara Krupa, that little of the prarabdha either should be removed or kept aside. These are inevitable things. But it is pakka practically one can experience both the understanding of the Annamaya Kosha to be made at our Narasamaya, and also it is an Anatma. It is not me, like any human being walking. Is it me? No, same is with this. That spashtata we get. We should get it. As we objectify other Annamaya Koshas of others, so these also have to be objectified. That's called meditation. Can you stand apart from the identity with your own Annamaya Kosha and remain as the knower of it, Sakshi of it, Drashta of it? That's the greatest of the sadhana. Knower, Sakshi, Drashta is two levels. One is experience. Before the experience, the conviction, the intellectual understanding. पहले हमको इंटेलेक्चुअली क्लियरली समझ में आना चाहिए, मैं इसका साक्षी हूं, मैं इसलिए तादात्म्य करने वाला नहीं हूं. It's only understand. Later on, really be the Sakshi. Like I am studying medicine to become doctor, but I studied medicine, became doctor. Two different stages. So I am Sakshi is the becoming Wala. But really experiencing that I am Sakshi is being the doctor Wala. Second will come only after the first. First is the study conviction part. We are doing that. Study कर रहे हैं, इंक्वायरी कर रहे हैं, तेरे कन्विक्शन हो रहा है कि ये तो दृश्य है, मैं तो दृष्टा हूं. देन दृष्टा बन के रहना फिर. Yeah, I am a drashta of this deha. Yeah, it was given, it is growing, it is given whatever is required for it. ठीक है, चल रहा है. Like a calf is born, CALF. Then slowly you give it grass and all. धीरे आपके सामने वो बढ़ता रहता है. कोई भी कुत्ते का बच्चा हो या घास. Same way, this also grew. What is special about it? But I am seeing that calf growing. So I am seeing this body growing. I am a sakshi for the calf. I am a sakshi for this. That type of feeling. That will come. That has to come. That is called spirituality. That is the purpose of all sadhana. Then only the Panchakoshadita Atmamastu can be experienced. So how many things? Tasmadva etasmat anna rasamayat anyaha antaraha. There is another Atma. Name of it is Pranamaya. Pranamaya, Pranaha Vayu, Vayumaya, Vayu Purvaha. Okay. We are told all this one. Mm, mm, mm. Pranamaya, Pranaha, Vayu, Tanmaya, Tatpraya. So, other than the Annamaya, inside it is there is a Pranamaya. Anyaha, Antaraha. It is also taken out of delusion as Atma. Okay, Atmatvenaha, Mithya Pagarikalpitaha. Because when all five koshas are transcended, the real self is discovered. That's already rishis have discovered. Therefore, they have the authority to say, oh my dear friend, even we were also at your stage, took the Anna and Prana as Atma. Now by Guru's grace or sadhana, we discovered the self. From this standpoint, we are telling, though we consider the Anna Prana as Atma, but that consideration is Mithya Parikalpitaha. So main mantra tasmadva tasmad annarasamayat. Anyaha antaraha atma. Anyaha adar ho gaya, antara inside ho gaya. Atma is mithya parikalpita. What is its name? Pranamaya. So pranamaya, pranaha means vayu, vayu means tanmaya, tat prayaha. Up to this, be clear. This is what every day we have to do this exercise. Adha ganta. Then tena esha purnaha. By the pranamaya, the annamaya is fully filled. Example given was Vainaiva Drutihi. Then we have seen the Pranamaya also has got the shape like Purusha Vidatam of the Annamaya. And that one is not original of the Prana. It has borrowed it from Annamaya. Therefore, the Pranamaya has no shape. Vayu has no shape. But in you and me, every one of us, it has shape. Shape of this Annamaya, because it is permeating Annamaya completely. That is how we have to contemplate. And when we become very acute in our concentration in catching that Pranamaya, which is permeating the entire Annamaya, Annamaya chale aata hai hamare drushti se. This is called sadhana. We are habituated to seeing only the Annamaya throughout millions of lives or many number of lives. Therefore, though all the other koshas are there inside, functional, and without those koshas, the Annamaya cannot be there, yet drushti is only on Annamaya in such a way that we are not even aware of the other things. Like in your house, your Bhagavatam, your Ramayanam, your Gita book, all of them are there, but your drushti is only on TV every day. There were only TV you will see. You don't even know that there are other books which you can study. Or in the TV only, there are other good channels where you can listen to classes or satsang. That much you are preoccupied with the watching of your interested entertaining programs. In the same way, because of so much of value given to Annamaya throughout the day, इसी को सोचने के कारण इसके भीतर रहते हुए भी, इसके आत्मा होते हुए भी, इसका कारण बनते हुए भी बाकी कोशों को हम देख नहीं पा रहे. Like the children busy with their friends so much, they're not aware of the parents because of whom they are born, they are sustaining, their education is going on, their care is taken care of. Is it not? You can understand the examples, multiple example in the same way. So exactly like the Annamaya is the Pranamaya in its shape. Example given was Musha Nishikta Tamradivatu, Musha Nishikta Pratimavatu. Like when the material or metal or whatever put through or into that mold, it takes the shape of that mold. Then we call it a Pratima. So is that liquid or dhatu has a shape? No. But now it has got the shape or not? Yeah. How? Through the Musha. Musha is the mold. So to the Musha mold is Thula Sharira. The matter or the material is the Pranamaya. That Pranamaya, Prana. The Pranamaya, because this Musha, has got exactly the Sharira's Rupa. ये अपना पुरुष विदत्व खुद का नहीं है. अनु अयम पुरुष विदा. अयम अनु. अयम मीन्स अयम अन्न रसमय. अनु मीन्स फॉलोइंग. पुरुष मीन्स ह्यूमन. विदा मीन्स शेप. ये पुरुष आकार प्राणमय को अन्नमय के कारण है. दिस इज उपासना. ये करना पड़ता है to really catch the pranamaya, and thereafter it becomes easier to give up the annamaya. सारे कोश एकदम छोड़कर ब्रह्म में जाना मुश्किल है, इसलिए हमको एक एक कोश से आगे ले जा रहे. यू अंडरस्टैंड द काइंडनेस ऑफ दिस उपनिषद. इन अदर उपनिषद पंचकोश विवेक कुछ नहीं, यू आर ब्रह्म, जानो या जानो, नहीं तो नहीं. हर यार हम फंसे हैं अभी पंचकोशों में. हाउ इजीली टू डू. This Upanishad is giving all with its our own patience, giving all details to transcend from each of the gross koshas through the subtle koshas to beyond the kosha. हमको इस उपनिषद से ये वाला जो फायदा है बाकियों में कम होता है. वो और एक तरीके से वो गाइड करते हैं. एवरी उपनिषद इज पर्पस इज टेक अस टू द ब्रह्म तत्व ओनली, बट हियर इट इज पंचकोश विवेक. So up to what we have understood, tasmad va etasmad annarasamayad anyah antarah atma pranamaya. But the most important is what? Tena esha purunaha. Then sava esha purusha vidaha. Anvayam purusha vidaha. हो गया. सवा एष पुरुष विद एव तस्य पुरुष विदताम. सवा एष पुरुष, सवई, सवई means this pranamaya kosha also esha purusha vid eva. This is also in the form of the purusha only. But where from that purushatva came to the pranamaya as it is shown? No. Tasya purusha vidatam anu ayam purusha vidah. Ayam purusha vidah anu tasya purusha vidatam. Ayam purusha vidahanu. Ayam means annamaya kosha. Ayam purusha vida means annamaya kosha's purusha shape. Anu means following that. Tasya means of the pranamaya kosha. Purusha vidatam, the human form it has got. This is the meaning of the main mantra. Again I am reading for you. Ayam purusha vidaha anu tasya ayam annamrasamaya purusha vidaha anu tasya pranamaya purushasya purusha vidatam. इस अन्नमय कोश के शेप के कारण वो प्राणमय कोश जिसका अपना खुद का शेप नहीं है वो शेप मिला. कौन सा? एग्जैक्ट लाइक अन्नमय. इनसाइड इट इज. ओके. देयरफॉर obvious question is what? Like the annamaya has got the pancha limbs, shiraha, uttara paksha, dakshina paksha, uttara paksha, atma and puchham. So they are explained for the pranamaya kosha also. All this we saw yesterday, but repetition gives more clarity. We have to study whatever we are studying little thoroughly. या दिमाग थरो होना चाहिए या नहीं तो रिपीटेडली पढ़ना चाहिए. Either our intellect should be very sharp so that one go you are understanding everything, or repeat it in such so many times till it is understood. तो I belong to the second category. 10 बार पढ़ूं तो भी थोड़ा समझ में आता है, कुछ लोगों को एक बार में आ जाता. So point is we are studying 2 times, 3 times, 10 times or 1 time. No. Are we understanding or not? So though with this repeated analysis now more clarity has come. Now this pranamaya kosha also like annamaya has got 5 of the limbs. So dasya prana eva shiraha. Out of pancha pranas, prana is called shiraha. Then vyano dakshinaha pakshaha. The vyana vayu is dakshina pakshaha. Apana uttara pakshaha. The apara vayu is uttara pakshaha. Up to this we have seen. Then akasha atma. Then how? Akasha is samana vayu. Samana vayu is therefore the central portion. Therefore central portion samana vayu is called here as an akasha. तो मेन मंत्र क्या है? आकाश आत्मा. आकाश इज एम्प्टीनेस. उसमें क्या होता है? समान वायु. और कोई समान वायु शरीर में कहाँ है? मध्य में है. देखो मध्य में रहने वाले को आत्मा कहा. मध्य में आकाश होता है. मध्य आकाश में प्राण वायु समान वायु होता है. Therefore, even the word samana is not used here by saying akasha. Shruti Mata is indicating samana vayu only. That's why Bhashyakara's Bhashya helps us. The word akasha atma is the Shruti way of saying. But because the prasanga is of the pranas, prana has got 5 parts. So 3 are taken care. Prana eva shiraha vyano dakshina pakshaha apana uttara pakshaha. Now you have to talk about the other. Therefore, what is left out is samana. Samana is madhyavala. It is in the center only. So it is in the center compared to the other vayus. And whatever is center is there called akasha. Shruti Mata herself used the word the Akasha, and what is center is called as an Atma also. Therefore, the Atma is Akasha. Akasha is equal to Samana Vayu. Therefore, Samana Vayu is the Atma for the Purusha Vida Pranamaya Kosha. प्राणकमय कोश जो पुरुष के शेप में है उसके लिए आत्मा नामक मध्य स्थान है समान वायु. That's it. Now the Pucham was little tough for us to understand, but we understood, we enjoyed it. Prithvi Pucham Pratishtha. Prithvi was the Pucham for it. Is the Pucham. Suddenly Prithvi kahan se aaya? From with the different Upanishads is quoted and said ki this Prithvi is the one holding the Apanavayu, through the Apanavayu, holding the Jiva in the body. Else, either Jiva or the Annamaya Kosha, forced or pushed by Udanavayu, will either go into the sky or collapses. Therefore, not allowing to go into the space nor collapsing. Prithvi is holding. Therefore, Prithvi is the Pratishtha. And the Pratishtha aspect of the Purusha Vida is called as Pucham. Therefore, Prithvi is the Pucham because Prithvi is the Pratishtha. Therefore, Prithvi is equal to Pucham is equal to Pratishtha. For the Pranamaya Koshas Purusha Vidatva. This is we have to do the Upasana. This is how we have to contemplate on Pranamaya Kosha till our intellect catches that shape of Pranamaya, the bargain of which the Annamaya is transcended. This is the Yajurveda Brahmana. And to this, when the Rigveda mantras also are added, it adds Sonepe Suhaga for the understanding and sadhana of the Pranamaya Kosha. It in detail explains a Pranamaya. Thereafter, it takes us to the next kosha. That mantra anyway will be from again Yajurveda only. But by explaining to us in more detail, this Rigveda mantra facilitates for us greater understanding. Like Annamaya Kavya unhone Tadapesha Sloko Bhavati Annadvai Praja Prajayante Yakasha Pratavigashitaha. That mantra was from Rigveda. What was there in Yajurveda was in the first Anuvaka, second portion, where we saw Tasmad Vai Tasmad Annanasamayat Tasmad Vai Tasmad Atmana Akasha Sambhutaha Akashad Vayu Vayu Agni Agni Ravadvya Prithvi Prithvi Aushadaya Oshadibhyo Annam Annat Purusha Savaisha Purusha Vedaha Tasya Purusha Vedata Manvayam Purusha Vedaha Ayam idam Shiraha Ayam Dakshina Paksha, Ayam Uttara Paksha, Ayam Atma, Idam Mucham Pratishtha. This was all the Yajurveda Brahmana telling Annamaya Kosha. Ho gaya udhar uska. But tada Pesha Sloko Bhavati was the quotation from the Rigveda mantra. There we have seen the portion of Rigveda mantra substantiating in our understanding the अन्नाद्वै प्रजा प्रजायन्ते आकाश पृथ्वीगश्रुताः अथो अन्नेनैव जीवन्ति अतेन लभ्यन्त्यन्ततः अन्नगं हि भूतानां ज्येष्ठं तस्मात् सर्वौषधमुच्यते सर्वं वै तेन्नमाप्नुवन्ति येन्नं ब्रह्मोपासते अन्नगं हि भूतानां ज्येष्ठं तस्मात् सर्वौषधमुच्यते अन्नाद् भूतानि जायन्ते जातान्यन्येन वर्धन्ते अद्यते अति च भूतानि तस्मात् अन्नं तदुच्यते इति. All of that is not Yajurveda mantra, it's a Rigveda. But that is supporting the Yajurveda mantra. The subject of Annamaya is completely explained. Like it started from the beginning. From the beginning of the second Valli only, in the Yajurveda, Brahmavida apnoti param. बस उतना ही कहा. But उसके लिए ऋग्वेद आया सपोर्ट करने के लिए. तदेशा रुचा अभियुक्ता सत्यम ज्ञानवंतम ब्रह्म यो वेदनीतम गुहाय परमे व्योमन सो उष्णुते सर्वान् कामान् सह ब्रह्मणा विपश्चिता इति. These are all Rigveda. Yajurveda तो पहले कह के उतना ही था उसका. In the same way, every kosha we will see. Yajurveda Brahmanam, Rigveda authority, subject is clearly taught, and we are taken to the next koshas. Even when you go to the Brahma Tattva, वहाँ भी silsila continue होगा. That's why Tadesha every time it follows. Esha Rucha Tadavyukta. By this Rug mantra, the same thing is elaborated. That's the meaning of Esha Abhyukta. Esha में bracket में Rucha you have to add. It is instrumental case. Esha Rucha. By this Rigveda Abhyukta. Mantra, by Rigveda mantra, this is further elaborated, further authenticated. That's the meaning of Rigveda support. Here, only in this Upanishad, that way it is being taught to us. Purpose is what? Thoroughly understand. अब इसमें थोड़ा है बाकी समझना है तो उधर से ले लो. So Annamaya Kosha Vyavasin. No Pranamaya Kosha also. What is Pranamaya Kosha said? Anyaha, then the Annamaya Kosha, Antaha, inside. It is also out of Mithya Parikilita as Atma, Anyantara Atma. Then Tena Esha Purnaha. It is filling the Annamaya Kosha completely. Sava Esha Purusha Vida. That also is in the Purusha Vida of the Annamaya. But that Purusha Vida is not its own. But Annamaya ko follow karke hai. And it also has got the 5 limbs. Then Aparana Shira hai, Vyana Dakshina Bhaksha, Abana Uttar Bhaksha, Samana Akasha Madhyaha Atma. Then what is the Pucham sa? Prithvi Pucham Pratishta. With this, the Yajurveda Brahmana over about Pranamaya. But the information is not sufficient enough for understanding meditating. Therefore, we take the help of Rug Mantra. But why did it need given the Yajurveda mantra? That was not required for the Yajurveda student. उसको इतना कहने से उसको meditation हो गया. Why tuition? Because this fellow is not intelligent enough to understand in the class. इसको tuition. कोई को डबल ट्यूशन पढ़ाते हैं, फिर इसको ट्यूशन में जो पढ़ाया घर में जो पढ़ाया दोनों द मदर टीचर पढ़ाती है, तब जाकर ये पास होते हैं. That's how he is like that. Okay, now tadapyesha shloka bhavati. Now comes the shloka of Rigveda mantra substantiating what is said by the Yajurveda about the Pranamaya Kosha. Beautiful it is. So it talks about the further elaboration of Pranamaya at the end of it in this third Anuvaka. Now we are talking Anuvaka. In the third Anuvaka, 2 portions are there. First portion elaborates the Pranamaya Kosha. Second portion introduces the next Kosha, that third Kosha called Manomaya. So the first portion is the Rigveda mantra and second portion is Yajurveda Brahmana. That is how in this Upanishad each Anuvaka is guiding. That's how you have to study. That's how you have to know it to be like that. Then Padlo is tarah se. Now let us chant the third Anuvaka and see what sadhana or study we can do today in the given time. Okay? Yes. Let us do it. Chant the third Anuvakam. Pranan deva anuprananti manushyaha pasavaschaye prano hi bhuta namayuh tasmat sarvayushamuchyate sarvamevata ayuryanti ye pranam brahmopasate prano hi bhuta namayuh तस्मात् सर्वायुषमुच्यत इति तस्यैष एव शारीर आत्मा यः पूर्वस्य. This is up to this is called the Rigveda quotation continuing the Pranamaya Kosha explanation. Now the Yajurveda Brahmana starts talking about the next Kosha, Manomaya. Chant it. Tasmadva etasmat pranamayat anyantara atma manomaya tenaisha purnaha sava esha purushavidha eva tasya purushavidhatam anvayam purushavidha tasya yajureva shiraha rugdakshina pakshaha samottara pakshaha आदेश आत्मा अथर्वांगिरसः पुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा. These are Yajurveda Brahmana to tell about the Manomaya Kosha. But again, it is not complete. It has to be authenticated, substantiated by the Rigveda mantra. Therefore, तदप्येष श्लोको भवति. ऐसा कहकर ये अनुवाक complete. Then the fourth Anuvaka, half portion is Manomaya Kosha. Continuation, second half is of the Vijnanamaya Kosha. Then that also ends with Tadapi Shloka Bhavati. That is the fifth Anuvaka. Half is about Vijnanamaya Kosha. Second half tells about Anandamaya. उसके बाद फिर half Anandamaya, इसके बाद ब्रह्म के बारे में बताते हैं. And each of these intellectual comprehensions, pakka, on the seat of meditation, you have to become aware in this way of the subtler koshas. That effort to become aware is called upasana. Upasana of the sukshma kosha, so that we are coming out of our identity from the sthula kosha. Now, इसमें एक रहस्य क्या है? बी अटेंटिव. व्यवहार में अन्नमय कोश रहते हुए भी हकीकत में नहीं है. क्या है? प्राणमय ही है. लेकिन व्यवहार में एक मटका होते हुए भी हकीकत में नहीं है. क्या है? मड अलोन. These are the subtle riddles of Vedanta. If you don't understand or catch, it will always remain as an abstract thing, non-understandable thing. And this clarity will come only when you are regular in classes with your faith and are devoted to Shruti Mata and Guru and Bhagavan. And this is what makes it sadhana. These understandings are the ones which push us toward the sadhana. नहीं तो आपको समझदारी ही कंप्लीट नहीं होगा. अगर द डाउट इज लाइक व्हाट कि हाउ कम इन द अन्नमय में पूर्ण रूप से प्राणमय है. ये पूर्ण प्राण रूप में अन्नमय में है, तो देन व्हाई इज अन्नमय इज देयर? हाउ कैन टू थिंग्स बी देयर एट वन टाइम? So these doubts will never go away unless the Ishvara Krupa, through that intuitive intellect, we get the understanding. Understanding is simple. What is that? There is no pot, yet there is pot. There is no mud, yet there is mud. The position is what? If you see only the pot, there is no mud. When you see only the mud, there is no pot. What is in between stage? The pot, mud as the pot. In the Vyavahar. It appears to be very substantial, the pot. But in and through the pot, as the mud has permeated, and that is your intellectual understanding. So too, in and through Annamaya, Pranamaya is permeating, that you have to know it. You have not tried to know it or bolte ho kidhar hai Pranamaya. अब बताएंगे. Now this Rigveda mantra will make it so pakka and spashta. Beautiful it is. One of the best thing to be known. And the next Manomaya Kosha is little tough, very heavy dose it is. I will repeat it 2 or 3 times for the clear understanding of me as well as how to explain to you. And once in a lifetime, Panchakosha Viveka with the Upanishad and with the Bhashyam we are studying, it's worth. Is it not? So we have chanted this mantra, third Anuvaka. Half of it is Rigveda mantra, talking elaborately about Pranamaya Kosha. Second half of it is talking again about the inner Kosha other than the Pranamaya called as Manomaya. Same sequence followed. Luckily, at those things we need not spend time to. Anyaha, Antaraha, Atma, Tena Esha, Purnaha, they remain common. Purusha Vidatam, Anvayam Purusha Vida also common. Only thing to be what is that 5 limbs that are explained about the Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya, there we have to focus our attention to thoroughly understand. Okay, now the next stage of understanding regarding the relation between Anna and Prana is told here. After that, the Mano is explained in this third Anuvaka which we just now chanted. Let us see little of it. थोड़ा सा आज देखेंगे हम. First we study, what are we studying now? The Rigveda mantra's authority to substantiate what is said by Yajurveda mantra regarding the Pranamaya Kosha to be staying and permeating the entire Annamaya Kosha, of which we are not aware even though it is there. Whether we are aware or not, it continues to be there. So the first mantra today we will see for little time. What is that? Pranan deva anuprananti manushyaha pasavaschaye. This is the Mahavakya. Beautiful it is. And we took this thing for granted throughout our life. Now we are given a guidance to give it such an importance that it helps us transcend the Annamaya Kosha. बहुत बहुत मुख्य विषय है. So the literal meaning of this line and the Bhashya, that way we study. So literal meaning is so simple. Pranam devaha anuprananti. Devaha pranam anuprananti. All devatas are alive because of prana. Devaha, all devatas, pranam anu, because of the pranamaya kosha. Anu means following. Pranam anu, following the pranamaya kosha, prananti. They are alive and doing whatever they are doing. इसी में अब जवाब भी दिया गया, इसमें पूरा पोर्शन में क्या एसेंस है. बाय सेइंग दिस इट इज ऑलरेडी कन्वेड. देवाहा, देर आर देवतास, they are functioning, what is the work given to them, how they are alive and how they are working. This is a big question. They are alive and they are working because of prana. First devas example is given, then it is elaborated in the next part, manushyaha pashavaha. We are reading the main Upanishad. Upanishad's main mantra we are seeing. Not only devaha, manushyaha and pashava also. So devaha pashava udhar rakho, apne aap ke बारे में देख. Are we doing work or not in the world? Yeah, so many works we are doing with all the indriyas. But can any of the work happen without prana? Dekho, can any of the faculties work without the pranas? Working faculties are, let us say, the deha, indriya, manobuddhi, कुछ भी कहो, सब काम कर रहे हैं. बिना प्राण का वो काम करेंगे क्या? प्राण मीन्स प्राण शक्ति. फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Second is what? More interesting, more dangerous thing is what? If the prana goes away from this equipment, forget out functioning, first of all, will it be alive? We took it for granted, that's what I said. By not valuing the prana to such an extent that because of that prana, the annamaya is sustaining. नहीं तो नहीं रहेगा ना ये काम करेगा. That's why we see प्राण जब चला आता है, बंदा मुर्दा. How many times we saw this scene, but we never understood what is to be understood from there. That's called Upanishad. It makes understand which is to be understood. What is that? प्राण के कारण ही जीवन है, प्राण के कारण ही कर्म है. Therefore, which is important? अन्नमय और प्राणमय. अरे प्राणमय भाई, वो नहीं तो होगा ही नहीं. In this way, again, more important than prana is mano, manas se vignan, vignan se anand, anand se brahma. That way we are guided. You see all the five we are keeping in front of you. The relation also we are explaining to you between them. You see what is important, what is that real self. The grossest self जो है ही नहीं उसको पकड़ के तुम फंस गए. The innermost real self you have given up. And in this pranamaya kosha, toward the end, before the manomaya kosha starts, the bhashyakaras, that bhashya, very 7-8 lines में जो crystal clearly explain करते हैं ना, जो पंचकोश विवेक को क्यों किया जा रहा है, it's a very topmost topic. कल हम उसको देखेंगे. Never miss that one. At least come to class regular and listen. बाद में homework करोगे तो very good, your choice and your time. But in the class, don't miss it. That we are going to study. So pranam anu devaha prananti. Not only devaha, manushyaha also prananti anupranu. Pashavaha also prananti anupranaha. So clear? Prananti means living and working. Anu means followed. Prana means because of pranamaya kosha. प्राणमय कोश रहने के कारण प्राण भी है, प्राणमय कोश रहने के कारण ही कर्म भी हो रहा है. प्राणंति मीन्स प्राण चेष्टाम कुर्वन्ति. See, the action and life, they go together, no? The life expresses an action. Action is insignia of the life. When a person stops acting, we call him is dead. In as much as when the person is dead, he stops acting. So the action and the life go together. Both are because of pranamaya kosha. And there is no ambiguity about it. तो प्राण चला गया तो बंदा मर गया ना, और काम करना बंद हो गया. अब what more explanation you need to understand the importance of pranamaya in the annamaya. वो नहीं है तो है ही नहीं है. देखते देखते बॉडी डिसइंटीग्रेट होकर पंचमहात्मा लय होता है. इफ द प्राण इज नॉट देयर. अब मनुष्य और पक्षी और पशु, इवन देवतास, उनके अंदर भी प्राण है. मनुष्य पक्षी यू कैन इजीली अंडरस्टैंड because we are Manusha and we can see the Pakshi in front. बट देवताओं का हमको नहीं पता, इसलिए उसको यहाँ एग्जाम्पल रूप में दिया, ओनली टू से वेर एवर द लाइफ इज देयर, दैट इज बिकॉज प्राणमय कोश. After the life is there, only there are activities, whether good or bad, that's immaterial. Pranam anu devaha prananti, pranam anu pashavaha prananti, pranam anu pakshi manushyaha prananti. Devaha manushyaha pashavaha pranamanu prananti. They are alive because of the prana shakti. They are working because of prana shakti. 10 times you have to tell it. Then only it will get registered in the buddhi. Then you contemplate. You can feel. Unfortunately, like Anamaya, the Pranamaya is not seen with the eyes, touched with the hands, etc. That's why Purusha Vidhatva, us Pranamaya ko diya to make us feel that way. Conceptualize karna hai. That's the Upasana. And that conceptualization of the prana as well as it to be inside the anna, supporting all the anna, devalues anna. Our purpose is to go beyond each of the koshas through the help of the subtler koshas, finally to the self. हमको प्राणमय में फंसना नहीं, बट अन्नमय के फंसाव से बाहर आना है. उसके लिए प्राणमय का हेल्प ले रहे. उसके बाद प्राणमय में नहीं फंसेंगे. We take the manomaya and we come out of prana. Then we take Vijnana, come out of Mano. We take the Ananda, come out of the Vijnana. We take Brahma, we come out of the Anandamaya also. See how systematic, how practical all this. But we have to have stamina, patience to listen, the intellect protected from the outer things to understand these subtle things. Then the desire inside that I must understand it thoroughly and contemplate and go beyond my own Panchakosha. These are all the inner ingredients, essentials, which make a sadhaka complete, a sadhana complete. उनको हमें वो दिखते नहीं कहीं से, बट उसकी जरूरत होती है. Like the regularity, the consistency, the sincerity, they are not objects. But that's how our mind has to have these qualities for more understanding, deeper understanding, and practice thereafter. So pranam deva anuprananti manushya pasavasya. Then prana bhutana mayu tasmat sarvaisha muchyate. All that beautiful mantra of the Rig Veda we will see. So what Bhashyakara's Bhashya for that is a little, let me see if I can do it. हाँ, थोड़ा आज बताने से आपको 2 मिनट, कल रिपीट करने से 2 बार हो जाएगा. You will be able to understand. Even I will be. I am explaining now the Bhashya. For this mantra, after telling its literal meaning, Devaha pranamanu prananti, Manushyaha pranamanu prananti, Pashavaha pranamanu prananti. Because the pranamaya kosha only, they are alive, they are working. Pranam devaha anuprananti. This is what the main sentence of Upanishad. Bhashyakara explaining ki devaha, who are the devas? Tomorrow we'll talk it more. Agni adayaha. Pranam means vayu atmanam, means pranana shaktimantam. Anu means what? Tadatma bhutaha santaha. Prananti means what? Pranana karma kurvanti means what? Pranana kriyaya kriyavanta bhavanti. But the topic is the inner personality. Therefore, Adhyatmika Adhikarat, Devaha means not the Agnadi Devatas only, but Indriyani. These Indriyas, the inner Devatas also, Pranam Anuprananti means what? Mukhya Pranam Anucheshtante itiva. Tatha Manushyaha Tatha Pashavacha Yete Pranana Karmana Eva Cheshtavanta Bhavati. What a powerful, like a spoon feeding it is called. भगवान शंकर ने हमको स्पून फीडिंग कर रहे हैं. So this is a very, very important, beautiful thing. We will discuss it exhaustively tomorrow. Thereafter, you see, as I told you now, before entering to Manomaya Kosha, while explaining the Pranamaya, last portion mein, Shankara Bhagavan has given us a beautiful explanation of the summary. I'll just read out it for you so that that inspiration is kept in you. So that we can come with Shraddha tomorrow to listen. See the flow. अतः च न अन्नमयेन एव परिच्छिन्नेन आत्मना आत्मवन्तः प्राणिनः किं तर्हि तदन्तर्गतेन प्राणमयेन अपि साधारणेन एव सर्वपिण्डव्यापिना आत्मवन्तः मनुष्यादयः एवं मनोमयादिभिः पूर्वपूर्वव्यापिभिः उत्तरोत्तरैः सूक्ष्मैः आनन्दमयान्तैः आकाशादिभूत आरब्धैः अविद्याकृतैः आत्मवन्तः सर्वे प्राणिनः तथा स्वाभाविकेन अपि आकाशादिकारणेन नित्येन अविकृतेन सर्वगतेन सत्य ज्ञान अनंत लक्षणेन पंचकोशातिकेन सर्वात्मना आत्मवन्तः सः ही परमार्थता आत्मा सर्वेषाम् इति एतत् अपि अर्थात् उक्तं भवति. अब दिस एक पोर्शन हमको मास्टर करना है. Tomorrow we'll take it up after pranam deva anuprananti manusya pashavasaye. That line is explained. Now without the bhashya, you know that only the literal meaning won't satisfactorily give us the understanding. And these Upanishads, unless we are steadily studying what exactly happening in us as bondage with Panchakoshas, will not understand. Then only we'll understand what's moksha. जब तक बंधन क्या है नहीं पता, तो मोक्ष क्या है कैसा पता होगा, और करेंगे क्या मोक्ष के लिए, क्या कर सकते. Always na more important than treatment of the disease is the diagnosis of the disease. On that only medication depends. Oh, of course, after the disease diagnosed, medicine alone is important. But before that, in the same way, the disease diagnosis is the topic here. Ki our Panchakosha Tadatmya. Then once it's understood, the treatment will be told. Simultaneously भी treatment बता रहे. This upasana that I am pranamaya and not anamaya itself is solution. In this effort, transcend annamaya's importance given. Life क्या है, जहाँ importance दोगे वहाँ फंसोगे, और जो फंसाता है हम उसको importance दे रहे और फंस रहे हैं. This is the life, and there is another thing जिसको importance देने से we come out of all fasana, and what is that we have to know and get into that. That's called as sadhana. That's called paramatma. जिसको important देते हैं हमको वो मिलता है. Now we have given importance to the world, so we are bound. Now give importance to Paramatma, you become liberated, because that is self, that is infinite, that is eternal, that is reality, that is blissful. It is neither real nor blissful nor continuous. But हम इसमें फंसे हुए हैं. Most important knowledge for liberation, and never we are given this knowledge. And what knowledge we are given is that by which we are bound with Panchakoshas only more and more, and suffer as a jiva, suffer the birth and death. देखो माया. इसलिए अगर आप प्रधानमंत्री, प्राइम मिनिस्टर, प्रेसिडेंट के पोस्ट में एक ब्रह्मज्ञानी को बिठाओ, तो he will make the Brahmajnana as the first goal for the entire nation. Then the secondary, third things. The Brahmajnani will not sit in the throne as a president or prime minister. Therefore, the president and prime minister should have a Brahmajnani to guide. That's why the Kula Guru, Raja Purohita hote the un dino. First is Paramatma as the goal. Thereafter, everything else. ब्रह्म ज्ञान को तो दूर की बात हो गई. देशभक्ति, देश प्रेम वो भी नहीं है. In the power, all only those are there who make scams or ghotalas and make their own money and deposit in Swiss bank. क्या गति होगा देश का? सब लोग वही फॉलो करेंगे. Like we saw in one of the topics, no? Kali Yug mein, about that earlier rajas, earlier to us, but later on to Parikshit. Shukdev ji keh rahe as praja were like rajas were like dasyu prayeshu dacoits. Praja also follows him. That's how the degradation in the Kali Yuga, we saw it. In the same way, any world, the Raja, whether he has got wisdom and or is following at least a wise person, that determines how he rules. And as he is ruling or ruining the country, it depends on that. I'm just telling where we are basically going wrong. This knowledge of mukti giving is far away, thrown away, as if it's not required. And all ignorance, because of which of every jiva, the dehatadhatma is strengthened, because of which he is destroying himself, he is killing each other, and entire nature or prakriti is destroying. That is pumped in the on the name of, this is called as jnanam. बंधन में डालने वाले अज्ञान को ज्ञान के रूप में बढ़ावा दे रहे हैं. मोक्ष देने वाले ज्ञान शास्त्रों का जिक्र ही नहीं. And in that atmosphere, we are growing right from birth till death. Then how will be our life and death? It will be like that one. Somehow by Guru Krupa or Pura Punya, some of us got the chance to listen to this knowledge, and whoever are using that, they are becoming clearer in their understanding as well as purpose of life. You and I are one of them. So for us, life is no more anyway important about this world or achievements. Our life now is for going beyond the Panchakosha Upadhi, discover the Brahma and free from the Jivadi Bandhanam. There should be no doubt at all. अगर फिर भी डाउट है तो और 5 साल सुनो उपनिषद, छोड़ो मत सुनने का, उपनिषद ही सुनना है. उपनिषद में बताया ब्रह्म विद्या को ही समझना है, ब्रह्म विद्या पाने का साधना को ही समझना है, वही करना है और परमात्मा को पाना है. The more I am becoming convinced in this way in within me, to that extent the Ishvara Guru Krupa will push me in that direction. And that pushing sometimes cause dukkha because you are attached somewhere else. But some days only it will take. That when you establish in that, then you will understand ये मेरे भलाई के लिए. Like after operation, one becomes healthy. He says, पागल डॉक्टर था, मुझे इतना काटा उसने, लेकिन मेरे भलाई के लिए. You will understand it later on. But at the time of operation, it's always painful. Is it not? So you blame even the doctor. So too, the Guru and God, when they bless us, a painful exit from the world happens depending on how much attached we are to the world. But though the exit is painful, but after exiting, it is bliss and beatitude only, because we are exiting into the plane of bliss, Ananda, the spirituality. Wonderful it is. Spirituality, Vedanta, थोड़ा थोड़ा हमारे अंदर जाना शुरू करना. हाउ लॉन्ग इट हैज टू, हाउ मच, पूरे नस नस में वही होना चाहिए. दैट शुड बी आवर गोल. Every pore and cell of our all layers of personality should be only the Adhyatmikata. And that is reality, that is truth. Where from this stupid world and Panchakosha has come, projected, taken as real, and get lost in them and suffering, and looking here and there for the help. अरे बुद्धू कोई हेल्प नहीं करेगा. You go inside and discover yourself. You are liberated. That's why yesterday in Ramayana class we discussed about it in the introduction. सारे शास्त्र सुनने का 3 पर्पस क्या है? ये लक्ष्य है, ये साधना है, और मुझे मात्र ही करना है. Did we discuss it in Ramayana class? Remember? So may we be that way, be thorough in this path by our own choice with all our efforts of preparation, and see that we are growing, progressing, and enjoy that progressing silently inside. Let that joy inspire us to do more deeper, rigorous sadhanas. Thank you. Om, 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 Om. Om, 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 Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavajishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Paramarashibhyo Namaha Parabrahmane Namaha Shruti Matre Namaha Om Tat Sat Brahmarpanamastu. Thank you, friends. Let us meet tomorrow for the Upanishad, but in 2 minutes for our Yoga Darshanam class.